Long time no see. I know. A lot's been going on. Your girl has been really trying to like come, put these YouTube videos up a little quicker, but hey, a lot has happened in my life. A lot of things have changed. But this video, I wanted to talk about my NuvaRing, my birth control. I feel like I've been on it for a little bit. How long have I been on it? Probably like a few months now, and I think I have like a good enough like synopsis on it, and just like I've had enough experience on it to just tell y'all what I think about it, and kind of what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And I probably may do like a series on birth control just because I've been on a few. So if you like that, please leave a comment, or if you're on a birth control, leave a comment and let me know which birth control you're on, so I can see if I need to get on that. Sorry if I'm looking down at my computer. I just want to make sure I'm giving you all the correct information. So this is off the NuvaRing website, and this is telling you what NuvaRing is. NuvaRing contains two kinds of female hormones, estrogen and progesterone, which work together to prevent pregnancy. They're the same kind of hormones found in the pill, and they work the same way to prevent pregnancy, even though they are administered differently with NuvaRing. Once you place the NuvaRing inside of your vagina, it releases a continuous low dosage of hormones that prevent pregnancy. When used as directed, NuvaRing has been shown to be 98% effective, just like the pill, but you don't have to think about it and take it every day. So let's just go on some background. So the reason I decided to choose NuvaRing, I was on the pill for a few years, and I personally, everything was fine. The only instances that I had a bad thing with my pill was that I had outgrew my first dose, So I was starting to have my cycle like twice a month. So I just had to get a stronger dose because basically I outgrew it. So that's common. But I transitioned, I graduated college, and I don't know personally if it was the pills causing me to be a little down, but I felt like the birth control was affecting my mood, almost making me depressed. Again, I graduated college, and like I said, graduating college, adulting in general is really hard. I always say I felt like I fell out the sky. And what I mean by that is just a lot of stresses and stuff that you don't have to deal with when you're in college. I wasn't paying my rent. I was paying rent, but I had loans and stuff to pay them. I wasn't as stressed. And when you're an adult, you're stressed because if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. You have to go to work. It's not like you can just be like, oh, I don't want to go, like you would with class. So I can't really say if it was the pills making me feel depressed, or if it was just I was going through the funk of being an adult. And that's tough, and I want to make a whole nother video on that, adulting and just student loans and stuff like that. But again, I felt like the pills were affecting my mood, and I was a little more darker. But it could be, hey, I was really going through stuff, so it kind of those feelings of anxiety and kind of sadness were real and accurate because of what I was going through. So I decided I wanted to get off of them. But I still wanted to be on birth control. I tried to always practice, safe sex and just make sure I'm taking care of myself. But still, I was just I would much rather just be on birth control. I'm used to it. I'm used to knowing when my period's gonna happen. I didn't like the whole idea of not knowing. And then even as a young woman, I had really long periods. I want to say I would have them 7 days straight, cramps and stuff like that. And having big boobs, I don't know about y'all, but my lower back always hurts when I'm on my cycle. That is where I feel the most pain. I don't know if it's because my titties are so big, so it's that part is weak when I'm on my cycle, but I get a lot of cramps when, or I get a lot of pain in my back. So I was I wanted to get back on the birth control. So my doctor recommended the NuvaRing, and she had a sample like this. I'm gonna put it, let me see if it's going to, can you see it? Don't worry, I'm gonna insert a clip of how it looks and stuff like that, and me playing with it. But she was like, you can try this, I didn't want to try the implant because I was just really scared. I heard some really scary stories about it getting stuck in there, or one of my friends said she pulled it out. And I was just I don't know if I'm about that life. And another thing I've heard with the implant, you tend to get your cycle for at least the first year, and it's continuous, and that's no fun. Birth control is supposed to prevent pregnancy, but when you're in your cycle, it's kind of already preventing it because you're not gonna have sex because you're in your cycle. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. So mind you, again, I'm gonna insert a clip and stuff like that. It's just like the size of like a barrette, you know, like a bow. So it's not really that big, and my doctor told me I had to keep it in the refrigerator, but apparently you don't, because I called the manufacturer temperature. Fun fact. But basically, you put the ring inside of you, and you keep it inside of you for 3 weeks, and then you take it out on the 21 days, and then you get a cycle, and then you put it back in. You put a new ring in back after the 7 days has passed. Now, what I like about it, unlike the pill, I don't have to take it every day, you know, and that's really convenient. If you're one of those people that are not really good at remembering to take your pills, I was always really good because I would set an alarm, and I mean, I took my pill whenever. If that alarm came off, if I was at the club, I'm taking my birth control. If I was on a date, I'm taking my birth control. Like, I was really good. Like, I did not play those games. Like, I took it with water. I took it with everything. Which I don't know if you should do that, but I did, and I was fine. Another thing I do like about this is that I don't feel like it, with medications and stuff like that, I haven't had any, like, doctors tell me, like, hey, if you're on this, you still use protection. I know it was times when I would be on, like, antibiotics and stuff like that, and my doctors would be like, your birth control is not going to work, so use protection. Scaring the crap out of me, you know? So this is another thing I like, and I don't feel like it's affecting my mood. Mind you, I am in a better headspace. So was it the birth control causing me to be down? I don't know. I'm happy right now. I'm really just in a good space. So it could be something else. You know, it could just be like, I'm happier and I'm not sad. So, but I don't feel like it affects my mood. I don't feel like it affects my area down there as well. Now people say like that it can come out and that they've had instances where it came out. I'm a person, I work out about 5 to 6 times a week, and I squat, I do jumping jacks. My ring has never came out, like, ever. I've never put a tampon in while having the ring inside because I don't have my cycle until the ring is out of me. So I don't really know about that, but even during sex, I've never had it come out or anything like that. I have been told that you can feel it. Of course you're gonna feel it. It's something inside of you. But I haven't been told that it's like bothersome or anything like that. You know, it's just there. I did have a friend that said that her man actually liked it better. You know, that he enjoyed it because it was tight around it. I'm not gonna try to tell y'all, but you get it. It's tight around it, so it's like a ring. So it made it feel better. But I've never been told anything, and typically I don't feel it once I put it in. Like, honestly, the first time I put it in, I was nervous because I was like, did I put it in too deep? Because this thing just disappeared inside of me, you know? Okay, so one of the cons I would say about it is remembering to put it in. I don't know what was up with me, but one time I almost forgot that this birth control is very effective. It's just as effective as the pill, but you have to use it correctly. So what does that mean? You have to keep it in you for 21 days and take it out. You have to make sure it only works when it's inside of you. So if it's not inside of you, you are not protected. If you have unprotected sex and this person does what, you know, they come inside of you and the ring is not inside of you, you are not protected. And with the pill, I feel like you had a little more leverage, you know, even if you stop taking the, I don't know if it's like the yellow pills or the white pills, and then you were on your placebo pills, you still would be covered. Like, you'd be like, I'm still good because it's still in your body. No, with this, it's not in your body. So please remember, like, once you take your ring out, to use protection. You know, and unless the ring is inside, it does not work if it's not inside of you. It doesn't help you if it's not inside of you. And one thing, and it's like a lot, but it kind of makes you a little wet down there. I am not going to lie. Like, I've noticed that I've been a little bit wetter down there. And I mean, like, it's cool, you know, when it's that time. But sometimes it's a little wetter, you know, during the day, you know. So that's one thing. So if that's an issue for you, it's not really an issue for me because I feel like, you know, it just is what it is. You know, you can always, like, wear, like, a panty liner or go to the restroom. But I do feel like it kind of makes down there a little bit wetter. And another con of it, the first time I didn't know that you could use it like keep it or store it in room temperature. So before, I would say a con was transporting it. Like, let's say I put mine in on Saturdays, but sometimes I travel, so I had to like remember to bring it, and I was scared that it wasn't gonna be cool or something like that. It wasn't gonna be stored correctly, so it wasn't gonna work. So when I was traveling, I put it in ice, and it wasn't even necessary because you can, like I said, I called the manufacturer, and he said that they said that it can be in room temperature for up to like 3 months. So that's actually not a con anymore, but it's just like to remember to bring it when you have to insert it. Now the way that I keep it or I track it is I put it in my calendar when I put it in and when I take it out. But there are several apps that can help you. You know, it'll tell you, hey, take your ring out. Hey, put it in. You know, let us know when you put it in. So that is something that I really do like as well. So it's super easy. Like, you're not gonna like forget to put it in. You know, so that is a benefit. You know, it's not as hard as the pill. The cost, my insurance pays for it for free. Now, I have United, so it's free. I don't have to pay for it. I don't know how much it is. Probably will put that down in the description box, how much it is if you don't have insurance. But I would recommend it. I do think it's a really nice birth control, and I haven't had that many like bad experiences with it. My cycle is actually it's shorter. I don't really have cramps anymore. Whew. Let's pray about that, you know. And then my next cycle, I'm gonna have back cramps, but I don't really have cramps. I would say that I spot when I'm on my cycle, but it's not for a long time. So let's say my cycle was like 5 minutes, or no, it's like 5 days. I'll really be done on the 3rd day, but the 4th and 5th day is kind of like a little bit of spotting. So, I mean, I don't mind it because I used to have 7-day cycles. You know, I used to have cycles for a long time, so it's a benefit for me. Let me think what else. The whole cycle thing, now mind you, I've only been taking it for a few months. My cycle has came, I think, on a different day, probably 3 times. So like one time my cycle came on a Friday, and then it came on a Saturday, and then it came on a Monday, and then it came on a Tuesday, and then it came back on a Monday. So I would say the pill is a little bit better on if you were trying to prepare for your cycle or know when your cycle was going to happen. I would say with the pill, I knew my cycle was going to happen Sunday night. So when I woke up, my cycle was here on Monday morning, you know. I had to sleep with the pad on because I knew I was going to start whilst I was sleeping. But with this, I can't really tell. I don't know if I have to be on it a little bit longer, or, you know, my weight is fluctuating. So maybe that's it. But I kind of don't know. So from Sunday till like Tuesday, your girl's kind of like, is it gonna come? When is it gonna come? You know, I'm kind of in preparation mode, or just kind of like, what's going on? But that's all. Honestly, I like it, and if you want to try something different, I would recommend it. But yeah, drop down. If you're on birth control, if you have any questions, just send me a comment and I can reply back. And then if you're on any other birth controls, just let me know how it is. Like if you're on the implant, please let me know if you like it and if it's true about the cycles, like having a cycle for a whole year, because I may be interested in trying that. But thank you for tuning in. I really hope that this video helped you girls out there. Again, like I said, just drop me a comment and like this video so I can post more videos like it. Bye.